What's the hold-up then? What's slowing things down?
As you mentioned, Anna, the arms embargo seems to be one of the last remaining stumbling blocks preventing world powers and Iran from sealing a deal. Iran wants the embargo lifted immediately. It says it needs, new arms in order to help it with the fight against Islamic State. And to that end, it is backed by the Russians, who would potentially be a major arms supplier to Iran. It's also provoked a bit of a split, if you like, on the usually unified front presented by world powers, because, of course, the US is somewhat reluctant to lift the arms embargo against Iran, although it has shown a modicum of flexibility regarding the duration and nature of that embargo. But of course the US's major regional allies here are Israel and Saudi Arabia, both of whom count or put Iran at the top of their, I suppose, enemy list. And I suppose the US also concerned about any fresh arms to Iran finding their way to the likes of Hezbollah or Hamas and being used against Israel. But given all the other hurdles that they've overcome during these marathon talks, it seems that perhaps there is some way that both sides can come to some accommodation on that issue as well, Anna.
So with that in mind, Elliott, what happens next? What's the next stage?
Yeah, well, look, we know that the deadline was actually, 6 a.m. Vienna time. That's midnight Washington time. Now, that has come and gone. Now, if Congress did not receive a text message by that time, by midnight Washington time, then they would have been seen to have missed that deadline. Now, so far as we're aware, no text message was sent, which means that that review period will be doubled now from 1 month to 2 months for the US Congress if and when any final agreement is reached. But US Secretary of State John Kerry was keen to emphasise that it's the most important thing is the what of any deal rather than when it's actually achieved. But he did also add that he will not sit at the negotiating table forever.
We will not rush, and we will not be rushed. And we won't let ourselves be rushed through any aspect of this. All that we are focused on is the quality of the agreement. And that is what will continue to define our work.
And that at least is something that the US and the Iranians very much agree on. The Iranian foreign minister tweeting, "We are working hard, but not rushed to get the job done. Mark my words, you can't change horses in the middle of a stream." And so long as world powers in Iran are still in that stream and still negotiating, then there is, of course, the possibility the deal will be done. It could be perhaps imminent, perhaps over the weekend, perhaps they'll take a break and come back to these talks. But the talks, although they've failed to miss yet another deadline, the talks are not dead just yet. Anna.